Okay, good morning to all of you. In our today class, we are going to discuss about multinomial distribution. Okay, in our last class, we have been discussed few numericals regarding your hypergeometric distribution. So these are the numericals, whatever we have been discussed in our last class. Okay, and before that, we have been discussed in detail about hypergeometric distribution and its PMF and moment generating function moments etc in detail we have been discussed. So today we are going to start to discuss about multinomial distribution. So let's start. Here this distribution can be considered as a generalization of binomial distribution. How it will be that we are going to be automatically we are going to be understood at the end of our discussion. Here, when we found there are more than two mutual exclusive outcomes of a trial, the observations lead to multinomial distribution. Here, what is the principal difference between binomial and multinomial distribution? In case of binomial distribution, for a single trial, we can get two outcomes, but here in this case, for a single trial, we can get more than two outcomes, or you can say that whenever a single trial we are going to be consider, and in that single trial we are getting more than two outcomes. For that situation we have to apply the multinomial distribution. Okay, so here I can show you a simple example. You have to toss a coin having the two face. What are the outcomes? Head or tail? Two outcomes. Single trial or single toss will be give you either head or tail. Rolling a dice, if we are going to consider rolling a dice, we can get one or two or three or four or five or six. So in this case the sample points are six, or the outcomes you can say are the six, but in this case the outcomes or sample points are two. So here we are going to be used, in this case we are going to be use multinomial distribution. How it will be that we are going to discuss. So here just I am reading, then we are going to discuss in detail about this node. Okay, now suppose e1, e2, ek, capital E subscript k are k mutual exclusive and exhaustive outcomes of a trial. That means you can consider tossing a coin. We have one, two, three, six mutual exclusive and exhaustive also. These all are mutual exclusive and these all are also considered as exhaustive. So exhaustive outcomes of a single trial with replacement. Here why it has been with replacement, that we are going to discuss later. For some other case or some other example, I will give you. At that time we are going to be consider the with replacement, sorry, here with replacement. But you just recall that hypergeometry distribution, whatever we have been discussed in our previous classes, hypergeometry distribution, for this case, hypergeometry case, we have to consider without replacement, but here we have to consider with replacement. That means here I am going to show you one another example, that suppose we have some red balls, five red ball, four blue and six green balls. We are going to be draw five from these 15 balls without replacement, sorry, with replacement we have to draw considering replacement. That means I drawn the first ball, then I noted the color of that ball and again I replaced in the bag. Okay, so this is a suppose this is a bag. large bag. Inside this bag, a red ball 5, blue ball 4, green ball 6 are there. I drawn one ball, again I replaced. I noted the color of that ball and I replaced. I repeated that one up to 5 times. Okay. So in this case, we have to apply our multinomial distribution. But if we are going to consider without replacement, that means I will be draw and again I not replaced. So there we have to use hypergeometry distribution, whatever we have been discussed. Okay. So now here, suppose E1, E2, EK are K mutual exclusive outcomes of a trial with respective probabilities, that is your P1, P2, Pk up to Pk. That means here I rolled a dice. I got exclusive, mutual exclusive or exhaustive outcomes are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So each outcome has the probability is 1 by 6. Right? If I will add 1 by 6 plus 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 1 by 6, it will give you the 1. So this is one of the condition that we are also going to be, we have to also remember for this distribution. Okay, that we are going to be discuss in detail. So respective probabilities P1, P2, Pk, then the probability that E1 occurs x time, so x1 time, E2 occurs x2 times, and so on, and Ek occurs xk times in n independent observations is given by this one. Probability of x1, x2, so on xk will be equal to C into P1 to the power x1, P2 to the power x2, so on Pk to the power xk. Here xi, summation over xi will be n. That means x1 plus x2 up to xk will be n. And here C represents the number of permutation of events E1, E2, Ek. Okay. To determine C, we have to consider the number permutation of n objects of which x1 are of one kind, x2 of another kind, xk of kth kind, which is given by this one. So many things we have been discussed. For what are the physical meaning of these things, that I am going to give you two examples from which we can understand these things whatever we discussed. What is C, like what is n, how this addition sum of the xi will be n, and C will be this one, how it will be. Here I am going to give you two examples, you will be clear. Okay, so here you can see that. So here you can consider tossing a coin one time having two faces. What are the outcomes? Head or tail? So this head and tail, which is represented as your E1, E2, Ek, the so-called mutual exclusive outcomes. So here this one, for this case, this one is your E1 and this one is your E2, you can say. Okay, or we can consider in generalized way, this is one random variable x1 and this is another random variable x2. This is capital X1, capital X2, two random variables x1 and x2. So for one toss, the probability of getting head, suppose that will be P, getting head is 1 by 2, and probability of getting tail, if we are going to consider Q, also it will be 1 by 2. That means this is our sample point. probability of getting head will be 1 by total sample points, that is 2, 1 by 2, tail also 1 by 2. That things in traditional way we are already discussed, that we know. So here you can see x1 is represents getting head. Okay, that is your uh, exclusive exhaustive outcomes. This is one outcome x1 getting head. Here I represented on the base of random variable x1, but in your note it is written as e1 e2 ek. Okay, you can also write x1 x2 xk, no problem. Capital x1 x2 xk, you can write this one. Okay, no problem. But keep as such. Okay, you just understand whatever I am going to explain here, and keep as such that e1 e2 ek are the exhaustive outcomes. So here x1 is represents getting head. So the values of this random variable x1 will be 0, will be 1. The values of this random variable x1 will be 0 and 1. That means head can be appear 1, head not to be appear 0. Likewise, if this is represents the random variable belongs to getting tail, likewise the value will be 0, which is represents not getting tail. 1 means getting 1 tail, getting 1 tail, getting 0 tail, getting 1 head, getting 0 head. Okay. So here what I told, that here two outcomes in a single trial. So this can be, this type of problem will be handled with the help of binomial distribution. Okay, so here it is a single trial. If we are going to consider tossing the coin two times, then what will be the scenario that we are going to discuss. Before that, here you can see rolling a die. Whenever I am rolling one die, the possible exhaustive outcomes are these one. So these are called as your e1 1, e2 2, e3 is your 3, e4, and this is your e5, this is your e6, like that. And this as with the generalization way, and this is considered as your x1, this is considered as x2, and this is 3 is considered capital x3, capital x3. Okay, and 4 is your capital x4 for my explanation here. Okay, so here you can see the probability of each outcome will be 1 by 6, because traditionally we know that 6 outcomes in a single trial. We found 6 outcomes, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So getting 1, what is the probability? That will be 1 by 6. Okay, and getting 2 also 1 by 6, getting 3 1 by 6, like that. If I'll add all the probabilities, then 1 by 6 into 6 will be 1, that we know. Now here, if I'm going to consider the first random variable 1, that means x1, that is getting 1, getting number 1. So if it is your dice, so 6 faces will be numbered as like this: 1 2 3, like this. So whenever I roll the dice, it can be come up with 1 2 3 4, like this. So here getting 1, number 1, if I consider the random variable as x1, the values of x1 will be 0 and 1. That means we can get 1 or we are not going to get 1. So x will be 0, x1 will be 0 if we are going to consider, that means not getting 1. x1 will be 1, that means getting 1. Okay, carefully you have to watch. For x2, that means getting 2 also the values. The random variable, if we are going to consider x2 is the random variable getting 2, represents getting 2 number on the face. The values are 0 1. Likewise, for 3 also same, for 4 5 6 also, if we are going to consider x6 is represents getting 6, also the values are 0 and 1. Okay, so here if I am going to ask what will the probability of getting 6 1 6, that means here I consider x6 small x6 as 1 divided by total number of outcomes is your 6, 1 by 6. Then what is the probability that not getting 6, not getting 6, that means I am considered 1 0. Okay, that will be 1 minus 1 by 6 will be 5 by 6. These things we already know. Okay, so this is about your tossing one coin one time, rolling a die one time. Okay, now we have to move towards rolling a die two times, or two dice are rolled, tossing a coin two times, or two coins are tossed. So what are the outcomes? You can see HH, HT, TH, TT. Okay, so here you just remember, for this case, for tossing a coin, tossing one time a coin, I can get head and tail, but here more than two outcomes. Okay, so now if we are going to toss two times, or two coins have been tossed, the sample points are this one, or outcomes, possible outcomes are this one, that will be total number is 4. Suppose we are going to consider x1 is the random variable which represents getting head. So here getting head can be 0 head, that means your tail. That number 1, in our sample point 0 value, x1 will be 0, how many? 1. X1 will be 1, that means getting head one time, here one time, here one time, how many sample points? 2 sample points. So getting head two times, only one sample point. Okay, here what, as I told that if we are going to consider 0, that means getting 6 0 times. So instead of this, all are other numbers. This one is belongs to your 6, and these are 1 2 3 4 5. So what are the points? 5 divided by 6. So either you can consider 1 minus 1 by 6, 5 by 6, or getting 0 6. That means how many points? How many sample points? 5. So 5 by 6. Likewise, if we are going to consider that our x1 will be 0, that means there is no head, how many points, how many sample points? 1. So 1 by 4. So if this x1, if we are going to consider 1, means we want to get the one single head. So single head outcomes are 1 2, so 2 by 4. Double head is your 1 by 4. Okay, these are the traditional method we know. Likewise, if we are going to consider rolling a die two times, or two dice are rolled, we can get this much sample points. Number, total number is 36, that we know is your 6 to the power 2 is your 36, that we know. Okay, so here these all the points are the called as so called outcomes, exhaustive outcomes. So now here x1 is the random variable, one random variable represents getting one, number 1. Okay, x2 getting 2 represents getting 2, x3 represents 3, number 3. Whenever I'm rolling the dice, what is the face? Huh? Okay, what is the face number? Like that one here, x3 getting 3, x6 getting 6. So here you just can be found that here x1, that means getting 1, how many times we can get, or uh, uh, how many times it will be come out. You can see, if I will rolled the two dice, maybe 0 time I can get 1. That means here two dice came off the face. Okay, so maybe 2 and maybe 2, 1 we are not going to get. Okay, so maybe 1 1 and another will be some other number 2, and maybe it will be 1 and second one also will be 1. So the values of this random variable, the getting 1 will be 0 1 2. Okay, likewise getting 2 will be 0 1 2, getting 3 also 0 1 2. That means 0 3 we can get, 1 3 we can get, 2 3 we can get whenever we are going to roll two dice at a time or one dice two times. So whenever I am going to roll the dice, two dice at a time, then I can get here 2 2. I not may I not got the 1. Okay, uh, if I wish to find out the 1, so may I got 1 1 and other will be some other number, and may I am going to get 1 and 1. So for this random variable which represents getting 1, the values are 0 1 2. Okay, so here any one of the number suppose represents is your x1, and for random variable x2 any one of the number you just consider x2, and for x3 small x3, for capital X6 getting 6, any number is represents x6. Suppose, why I'm telling this, these are the requirement for our further discussion, you just consider. Okay, now come to the problem. Here I wish that what is the probability getting one head. Here for this case getting one head. One head means x1 is belongs to 1. One head means how many heads are there in the sample point. One head belongs to one head. Here 1 1, so 2 by 4. So x1 will be 1, will be 2 by 4 is the probability. Here I written. Okay, so here you just imagine that here in the question it is asked that one head means automatically another is one tail. Okay, as we are tossing two times one coin, so one head we are expecting means another one will be 100%, that will be another tail will be come up. Okay, so if we are going to be use the binomial distribution for this case, here number of trials or observations are 2. So we know the fundamental PMF of the binomial distribution is NCX p to the power x into q to the n minus x. Now if we have to apply this one, so here n is the number of trial 2, and we are expecting number of heads, that is your 1 1, and p means probability of getting head is 1 by 2, q is represents probability of tail also 1 by 2, 1 by 2 to the power 1, and q means 1 by 2 to the power n minus x. N is your 2, 2 minus x is your 1, and we got here, you just concentrate that how I am writing. This one is your 2 factorial by 1 factorial, 2 minus 1 1 factorial, into this is 1 by 1 by 2 1 by 2 1 by 4 and 2 by 4. By using binomial distribution, or also we got the same answer as traditional we got by considering the sample points. Okay, now here after rolling the two dice, I am expecting that what is the probability? What is the probability getting 1 time 1, 1 time 2? You got my point? That means I am rolling the 2 dice or 1 dice 2 times. The outcomes will be 1 time 1 and another time 2. What will be the probability? Okay, here traditionally if we are going to consider the sample points, getting 1 2 like that, one face will be 1, another face will be 2. How many this type of sample points or outcomes we can get? Here 1 2 is there, here 2 1 is there, so 2 outcomes we can get in whole sample space. There is no other sample points are present belongs to 1 2 or 2 1, only 2. So what will the probability? Simply 2 by total number of sample points, 2 by 36. Okay, now how this 2 by 36 also we are going to be we can get, you just see, that will be called as the your multinomial distribution. You just watch it, I am explaining. Okay, it is very similar to binomial distribution, very similar to binomial distribution, but somewhat different. What is the difference? You can understand now. See, here number of trials or observations are 2. Here what is the n? N is your number of observations or independent observations, or n is the independent trials. That one here, small n, number of trials or observations, that is your 2. Okay, now here what I done, that 2 factorial number of observation, that factorial whole divided by 1 factorial 1 factorial 0 factorial 0 factorial into 0 factorial into 0 factorial. In the numerator you can see 1 by 6 to the power 1, 1 by 6 to the power 1, 1 by 6 to the power 0, 1 by 6 to the power 0, 1 by 6 to the power 0, 1 by 6 to the power 0. What are the things? Here I written what is the meaning of this, you just see. Here what we want in the problem, 1 time 1 will become up, 1 time 2 will become up. So here x1 is represents getting 1. This is the random variable. See, here I am explaining considering x1, x2, x3, x6, but in your note it has been written as e1, e2, e3 and ek. So don't be confused. Okay, so maybe you can write in the x1, x2, xk, capital x1, x2, xk format, but you can manage, no? You can manage, no problem. So here x1 represents getting 1, x2 is the another random variable, x3 is the random variable getting 3. So here we have 6 random variables. Okay, so each random variable having the values are 0 or 1 or 2. For this getting 2 also 0 1 2, that means we can get 0 time 2, 1 time 2 or 2 time 2s. Here 0 times 6, 1 times 6, 2 times 6. Okay, in our question we want that 1 time 1 and 1 time 2. So here capital X1 represents 1 and the values are 0 1 2. So here which value I have been considered? I considered 1, right? So here x1 for this random variable capital X1 is your 1. Here we want 1 time 2. 1 time 2 means x2 is represents getting 2. For this case, how much 2 I want to be intend to get, that is also 1. So here x2 which is represents the number of outcomes belongs to this random variable I intend to get, I wish to get. So here x2 also 1, x2 also 1. So see, don't be confused. See, in our previous classes we have been discussed that suppose we have a random variables and the values are 0 1 2 3 like that. So this is represents x1, this is represents small x2, this is represent x3, this is represent x4. That at that time we have been represented in this way. But here you just for easy to represent and for easy to uh, study here, as we are intend to find out one from this one, some one from this one and another one from this random variable. So here small x1 is represents either 0 1 2, small x2 is represents either 0 1 2, here small x3 represents either 0 1 2, like that. So don't be confused that this will be x1 x2 x3, whatever we have been discussed in our previous classes. Okay, so see here I can represent this one x1 x2 x3. If I will represent already here, I written as x1, so I have to represent in this format, that 1 x1 1 x2 random variable 1 x3, like that. But if I will represent this way, and then you will be confused somewhat, because in our note it is in the format of x1 x2 xk, like that. So you just remember that this x1 is represents that how much times uh, we intend to find out for this outcome, e1 or x1, random variable x1. Okay, so here for this random variable x1, we want for this question we want that 1, that means 1 time 1 I want to find out. That means x1 is belongs to 1, x2 is belongs to 1, and x3 is belongs to how much. Here x3 will be 0, we don't want 3. Likewise x4 also will be 0, we don't want 4, we don't want 5, we don't want 6. So x3 x4 x5 x6 will be 0 0 0. Okay, so only for that, here for x1 you can see I written 1 factorial, x2 I written 1 factorial, for x3 factorial is 0, x4 factorial 0, x5 factorial 0, x6 factorial 0 factorial. So as we know that 0 factorial is 1, 1 1 1 1. So here we found. And another thing, that what are the 1 by 6 1 by 6 1 by 6? See, getting 1, getting 2, getting 3 for one toss, the probability of getting 1 is 1 by 6, 2 1 by 6, 3 1 by 6, 4 1 by 6, 5 1 by 6, 6 also 1 by 6. The probability of getting one outcome for each trial, for a single trial, is 1 by 6. So this is your P1, probability of getting 1 for single trial is how much? 1 by 6. How many 1 we want to find out, or we want in our trial? One time. How many? 2, one time. So for P1 will be 1 by 6 to the power 1, P2 is your 1 by 6 to the power 1, and P3 1 by 6. But we don't want in our question 3 the outcome will be. Okay, so hence 1 by 6 to the power 0, 1 by 6 to the power 0, P4 1 by 6 to the power 0, P5 1 by 6 to the power 0, P6 also 1 by 6, 1 by 6 to the power 0. So these are 1, these are also 1. We found 2 factorial more, nothing more 2, and this 6 into 6, your 36, 2 by 36. In this way we found also 2 by 36. Okay, another example we are going to be take. See, these are not belongs to your syllabus. Here I am giving the question that you will be familiar with this discussion, whatever I have been written in the note for your, for as per your syllabus. So if you want, you can pause the video and you can write this discussion also. Okay, now we have to consider rolling a die 4 times. Okay, so 4 times means n equal to 4, and the total number of sample points will be 6 to the power 4, right? And what is the probability? See, what we intend to find out, getting 1 time 1, 3 time 2, 1 time 5. Okay, that means like this, 1 time 1, okay, 2 time 2, and 1 time 5. Okay, that means 4 times I have been tossed, or 4 dice tossed at a time. So this will be the outcome. This will be our possible outcome. Maybe it will be 2 1 2 5, like that. So what will the probability by getting 1 time 1, 2 time 2, and 1 time 5? Okay, so here you can see, as we discussed, that x1 is represent getting 1. Okay, here in this question, small x1 will be how much? Small x1 will be 1 time, means 1. Okay, x2, capital X2 is represents the random variable belongs to getting 2. So here for this question, small x2 will be how much? Is how much? 2. Then others we no need. We need x5. Okay, x5 is the random variable. For that, how much or how many we want in our question? 1 time, 1 time 5. That means corresponding x, small x5 is your 1. See here, random variable belongs to x1. If I am going to consider this x1, for this small x1 the random variable is capital X1, and here small x1 can be, here see, 4 times I have been tossed. That means I can get 0 1, 1 1, 2 times 1, 3 times 1, 4 times 1. Likewise all the other random variables, for other random variables, that means x2, also 0 1 2 3 4. That means 1 time I can get 2, 2 time I can get 2, 3 time I can get 2, 4 time I can get 2, and 0 time also I can get 2. That means maybe I can get like this 1 1 5 5. That means 0 time 2, like this. Okay, so the values of the random variable for this problem are 0 1 2 3 4 for all the random variables. So here are we are going to be consider 3 random variables. That is your x2, this is belongs to x1, this is belongs to x5, capital X5, and corresponding value for this random variable is your, if we are going to consider x5 for this question, this small x5 is your 1. That means 1 time 5 I need. Here x2 is your 2. That means 2 times 2 I need, and here 1 time 1 I need. Okay, so as we discussed here, that can be written as your in general, that is your n factorial by x1 factorial, x2 factorial, x3 factorial, x4, x5 factorial, x6 factorial. This is factorial. Okay, n factorial by into p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2, p3 to the power x3, p4 to the power x4, p5 to the power x5, p6 to the power x5. Okay, so here n is how much? Your 4 times trial, 4 times observations. Okay, so 4 factorial whole divided by x1 is your 1 time, so 1 factorial, x2 is your 2 time you need, 2 times 2 you need, so 2 factorial, and x3 is your 0, x4 is your 0, x5 is your 1, so 1 factorial, x6 is your 0, 0 factorial. Likewise, p1 to the power x1 means p1 is your 1 by 6 to the power 1, x1 is your 1. Okay, p2 also 1 by 6 to the power x2, x2 is how much? x2 is 2, p3 is your 1 by 6, x3 is how much? 0, and x4 is 0, x5 is your 1, but probability, each and every outcomes probability is 1 by 6, we know. So 1 by 6 to the power 1 into 1 by 6 to the power 0. So here this will be 1. So we found that 4 factorial into this one, 1 by 6 to the power 1, 1 by 6 to the power 2, 1 by 6 to the power 1, that will be 1 by 6 to the power 4. 4 factorial whole divided by 1 factorial, 2 factorial, and this is your 1 factorial, and 0 0 0 factorial will be 1. So this will be 1 by 6 to the power 4, and this is 4 factorial by 1 factorial, 2 factorial, and 1 factorial. Okay, 1 factorial is belongs to what? Belongs to random variable x1, 2 factorial belongs to random variable x2, and 1 factorial is belongs to random variable x5. So 4 factorial by 1 factorial into 2 factorial into 1 factorial into 1 to the power 1 by 6 to the power 4. So this will be how much? 12 into 1 by 6 to the power 4. It will be 12 by 6 to the power 4. This will be your answer. Okay. Now, if you are going to do the same thing traditionally, you just see that the sample space will be how much points? 6 to the power 4 points. It is very difficult to find out, but sample points will be come up like this: 1 1 1 1 2 1 1 1 2 2 1, or anything. 1 belongs to 1 3 4 5, anything belong in between 1 to 6 numbers. Four numbers will be come up. Each sample point contains 4 numbers, but belongs to 1 to 6. Okay, how many? 6 to the power 4 outcomes. If you have time, you can find out in your 6 to the power 4 is very large, very large. It's difficult to find out. So, but here we intend to find out that one time, two times, 2 here I written mistakenly, that is 3 time, it is 2 time. Okay, 2 time TWO 2 times x2. Okay, so 2, so 2 times 2 and 1 time 5. That means we are intent to find out like this sample point, or we are searching this sample point. That means one sample point is belongs to 1 and 2 2's 1 5. So the possible combinations or the possible permutations of these 4 numbers are how many? 12. You can see these are the possible numbers: 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, so you can pause the video or you can try by yourself in your rough. That is 1 2 2 5 1 2 5 2 1 5 2 2 5 1 2 2 2 1 2 5 2 2 1 5 2 5 2 1 2 2 5 1 5 2 2 1 5 2 1 2 2 5 1 2 2 1 5 2. These are the possible combinations if we are going to consider 1 2 2 5. Okay, how many total? 12. So traditionally also we found 12 by total sample point 64. Okay, so here one thing we have to remember that that here you can see x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 plus x6 will be, has to be n. See, 2 plus 1 plus 1 is your 4. Okay, and all the addition of all the probabilities will be 1. So here whatever we have been written, x summation over xi will be n, that we saw. Okay, so here c will be whatever we have been written, n factorial by x1 factorial x2 factorial up to xk factorial. How it will be also we have been verified with these 2 examples. Okay, so here one suggestions to all of you, that may you know from your +2 level that if we have 9 elements, 9 objects, but 3 objects belongs to one kind, 2 objects are belongs to another kind, 4 objects belongs to another kind, then what will be the permutation or arrangements among themselves? What will the total number of permutations or arrangements among themselves will be? How much? 9 factorial, this is your n. Okay, n is your n factorial or 9 factorial, 3 2 5 9. Okay, 9 factorial by 3 factorial, that means here 3 numbers of one kind, so 3 factorial, 2 numbers of another kind, 2 factorial, 4 numbers of another kind, 4 factorial. So how much we can get the answer? Here you can see 9 factorial means 9 factorial by 4 factorial means 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. 4 factorial got cancel. Here 3 factorial means 2 into 6 2 in 3 into 2, and here 2 factorial means 2. So here 3 into 2 cancelled with 6, 2 cancelled with 8, 4. So 9 into 4 into 7 into 5 is your 1260 is your total number of arrangements, or total number of possible arrangements by considering these 9 objects having 3 different groups, or 3 different groups. In each first group your uh, uh, 3 elements, 3 objects. Second one belongs to second group 2, and third one is your 4. Exactly same way we done over here. You can see that how many numbers of total number of observations we considered, 4 factorial, right? So we need here x1 is your 1, x2 another kind is 2, x5 is 1. So here total number of observations belongs to 4 factorial by, this is your 1, this is your x1, we need 1, so 1 factorial, x2 is your 2, belongs to 2, so 2 factorial, this is 1 factorial. Okay, and this is nothing but is belongs to, I can say, the permutations or arrangements. You just connect this one and this one. So this is nothing but your permutations or arrangements of how many, four objects having one group one kind, 2 elements of another kind, and 1 element of another kind. Okay, one group have 3 different here in one single group 3 different groups are there here, like same. This is one group belongs to, this is one group, this is one group. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Here 3 plus 2, 5 plus 4 equal to also 9. So here this is represents the permutations, as I told with this example. So only for that here C is the number of permutation. In your note it is written that number of permutation of events e1, e2, ek, or you can say x1, x2, or xk, the so-called belongs to your random variables. Again I'm suggesting that either you can write down the note belongs to x by x1, x2, xk, like that, or e1, e2, ek. So I suggest that you just keep as e1, e2, ek, because e for events, so only for that you keep like as such whatever written e1, e2, ek format, but you keep in your mind these are belongs to one random variables. Okay. Then these things I told, and this also I told that the total probability should be 1, you have to remember, and all the groups elements, that means x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6 will be total number as we discussed here, or in this case for random variable x1, x2, x3, and this will be n is represents the total number of events. Okay, so here we total number of observations or trials, you can say n is your total number of observation. How it will be we saw, and how this xi summation over xi will be n also we saw from these 2 examples. And here C is the number of permutations of events e1, e2 up to ek, and this permutation is nothing but your n factorial by x1 factorial, x2 factorial, x up to xk factorial. See here we considered 3 x1, x2, and another is your x5 or x3, anything 3 different kinds. If we have k different kinds, it will be generally x1 into x2 factorial, x1 factorial into x2 factorial up to xk factorial automatically. Okay, so here these things we have been discussed, so this should be n. And another example I am going to be discuss with you, that as I told that with replacement, what is the scenario here you can see we have red 5 red balls in a big bag, uh, 5 red, 4 blue balls, and 6 green balls. Total is your 15. Here n is your 15. Okay, I drawn 5. How many? Sorry, this is your n number of n number of balls. Total number is your 15. So I drawn 5 balls. So the corresponding trials, how many trials I drawn? N equal to 5, right? Here I am expecting that what will be the probability, what will be the uh, probability that we intend to find out 2 red balls, 2 blue balls, and 1 green ball. Okay, so here this is belongs to your x1, this is belongs to x2, this is belongs to suppose x3. Okay, this is one group having x1 belongs to 2 elements you can consider. This is another group of 2 elements, this is another group of 1 element. 3 are different colors. Okay, red, blue, and green. So here small x1 is your 2, x2 is your 2, x3 is your 1. If I will add the 3, it will be give you the total n equal to 5. So what will the probability that we are going to get 2, 2, 1? And we have to remember that here we consider that with replacement, with replacement. Traditionally, you can check by yourself that you need like this red, red, 2 blue balls, two blue balls, B1, B2, and 1 green. Green is your 1, like this you need. So what are the possible combinations? On the base of that, you can traditionally you can find out the outcomes. It will very large, okay. uh, if we are going to find out the possible outcomes of this 5, okay, but here we are going to use the a formula whatever we have been discussed for multinomial distribution, that is your n factorial, that is your n factorial by x1 factorial into x2 factorial into x3 factorial. We don't have other x, only 3 random variables here. Here 3 random variables x1, x2, x3, and we intend to find out the 2 red, 2 blue, and 2 green. So this will be n factorial by x1 this much, and here numerator will be p1 to the power x1 into p2 to the power x2 into p3 to the power x3 should be. So here x1 is will be how much? 2 factorial. So n is your how much? 5. So 5 factorial by 2 factorial into 2 factorial, and this x3 is nothing but 1. So 1 factorial into, here you can see, if I will draw a single ball, the probability that it will be red will be how much? 5 by total, 5 by 15. If I will draw it, the probability of getting blue, one ball I drawn, the probability of getting blue will be how much? 4 by 15. The probability of green will be 6 by 15. So for probability of red, or the so-called P1, if I'm going to consider, this will be P2 blue, and for green P3, it will be 5 by 15, 4 by 15, 6 by 15. So it will be P1 to the power x1, 5 by 15 to the power 2 x1, and 4 by 15 here P2, that is nothing but 4 by 15 to the power 2, x2 is your 2, okay, and here x3 is your how much? 1, and probability is your power 1. So here we found that 6 by 15 to the power 1, as the probability of green is 6 by 15, or the so-called P3 to the power x3 is what will the answer? That will the answer of this question. So regard this type of problems also we are going to do at the end of this topic. So here we have been understood the things whatever we haven't discussed in our note, that what is the meaning of n, what is the meaning of c. Here c will be n factorial by x1, x2 factorial up to xk factorial, like that. So hence probability of here you can say that here we found, we found that probability of x1, x2 and x3 is how much? This one, right? Okay, so that will n factorial by x1 factorial, x2 factorial, x3 factorial, p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2 and p3 to the power x3, right? x1 plus x2 plus x3 is your 5. Okay, so now we are going to consider here up to 3. If it will be k, that means if I am going to consider another example, that suppose k number of colors are there. This is belongs to x1 one color, x2 up to xk number of colors are there. Different colors having different number of balls. Suppose this is belongs to uh, x belongs to any number, belongs to 5 7 whatever, maybe the number. So if I drawn balls, suppose n number of balls, small n number of balls I have been drawn, I intend to find out what is the probability of x1, x2, x3 up to xk. So what is the meaning of x1? That means here total number is for random variable x1, capital X1. This x1 means how many drawn we have been drawn here. That means I drawn what is the how many numbers uh, inside this n belongs to x1. Suppose whenever I drawn n numbers from this, suppose inside this n two two numbers of x1. Okay, likewise 3 numbers of x2, likewise 4 numbers of x3 and likewise k numbers of xk. Okay, k numbers of xk, that may be anything. So what will be the in general that belongs to x1, probability of x2, probability of x1, x2 up to xk? What will be n factorial by x1 factorial into x2 factorial up to xk factorial into p1 to the power x1 into p2 to the power x2 up to pk to the power xk. Okay, here one thing you have to remember, two important points also we have to be remember, that replacement 3 replacement has been considered, replacement considered, and here x1 plus x2 up to xk, that means I is equal to 1 to k, xi will be n, and p1 plus p2 up to pk, that you can also write summation over I is equal to 1 to k, pi will be equal to 1. These 3 conditions also you have to keep in your mind whenever you are going to be solve a multinomial distribution problem. Okay, so here we found the general PMF of multinomial distribution. The general PMF is your P of x1 comma x2 up to xk will be n factorial, that is belongs to n number of independent observations, divided by x1 factorial, x2 factorial up to xk factorial into p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2 up to pk to the power xk. And here xi may be 0 or maybe up to n. Okay, you just consider this example what I consider over here. So here belongs to xi, suppose this one, this 2, whatever we intend to find out, that 5 number of balls I have been drawn, 2 belongs to red, that may be 2, that may be 0, that you can consider 5 itself. So if you drawn 5 balls and all the 5 balls belongs to red, that means what is the scenario here? Red will be 5, this will be 0, this will be 0. Okay, and if we are going to use the formula, that will be 5 factorial by 5 factorial into 0 factorial into 0 factorial into p1 to the power 5, p2 to the power 0, p2 to the power 0. What will the answer? That will the answer for that question. So here xi can be belongs to 0 to less than equal to n. So this in short can be written as, here you can see n factorial is n factorial. The product summation I have been written this one. Okay, product summation. This is called the product summation. That is your pi like symbol I equal to 1 to k xi. This is xi factorial into product summation I equal to 1 to k pi to the power xi. Same thing, this one and this one is the same thing. So this is your PMF. This is also the PMF of your multinomial distribution. Then we are going to go for the proof of the PMF. That means if I am going to add that x equal to 0 to n of this PMF, it has to be give you the one value. It has to be give you one value. Okay, so before that, before to prove this addition 0 to n px, whatever we have PMF, that value will be 0. Before that, we know that p1 plus p2 plus p3 up to pk is nothing but 1. These things we know, and this will be useful here to prove this one will be 1. How it is, you just check it out. It is very simple step. Okay, so this is our PMF n factorial, or you can write n factorial by x1 factorial, x2 factorial up to xk factorial into p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2 up to pk to the power xk, and summation over 0 to n. Right here, this much can be written as p1 plus p2 plus p3 to the up to pk to the power n. How it is? See, I am going to show you with 2 examples. You can clear over that. Okay, here I have a binomial distribution, you can say binomial theorem, that is a p1, suppose p1 plus p2 to the power 3, p1 plus p2 to the power 3 I have. So with the help of the binomial theorem, I can expand it 3c0 p1 to the power 0, p2 to the power 3, c31 p1 to the power 1, p2 to the power n minus 1, that is your 2, c32 p1 to the power 2, p2 to the power 1, and c3c3 p1 to the power 3, p2 to the power 0, that we know. And c3c0 is nothing but 3 factorial by 0 factorial into 3 factorial, p1 to the power 0, p2 to the power 3. c31 is how much? 3 factorial by 1 factorial into 2 factorial, p1 to the power 1, p2 to the power 2. This is your 3 factorial by 1 factorial, 3 minus 2 3 factorial by 2 factorial, 3 minus 2 factorial, 1 factorial, p1 to the power 2, p2 to the power 1. And this one 3c3 is nothing but 3 factorial by 3 factorial into 0 factorial, p1 to the power 3, p2 to the power 3. Okay, so this is this we can write that x equal to 0 to 3. Here n is how much? Here power n, small n is your 3, right? So x equal to 0 to 3, 3 factorial by x1 factorial into x2 factorial, p1 to the power x1 into p2 to the power x2. See, x1 value you can consider 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Here x2 also you can consider 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so here you can see, consider here x1 is 0, x2 is 3. Here you can see this is your x1, x1 is your 0, 1, 2, 3. x2 also changes the value, that 3 factorial, 2 factorial, 2, 2, 1, 0. So x1, x2 changes their values from 0 to 3 accordingly. Okay, and also power also changes, x1 and x2 values are 0 to 3. Here you can see 0, 1, 2, 3. Here x3 also, here x2 also 3, 2, 1, 0. That means these 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 terms can be written in this format, summation format, right? Okay, that means this is nothing but is your p1 plus p2 to the power 3. Here x1 plus x2, whatever we have, you always you have to add. Whenever you are going to be add in each term, it will give you the total n 3. So 3 plus 0 is 3, 2 plus 1 3, 3 2 plus 1 is also 3, 3 plus 0 is also 3, like that. And probability p1 plus p2 will be 1. Here in general we written, but if we are going to consider multinomial binomial distribution, here p1 and p2, if we are going to consider the probabilities, then this plus this will be 1. Okay, so you just consider that these 4 terms can be written as like this. Okay, now in general you can write p1 plus p2 to the power n, x to the power 0 to n will be how much? N factorial by x1 factorial into x2 factorial into p1 to the power x1 into p2 to the power x2. Okay, if you have only 2 probabilities. Now you just consider 3 probabilities. P1 plus p2 plus p3 to the power 3 also can be written as in this way. That is 0 to x equal to 0 to n. This is your n. This is your n. N factorial 3 factorial by x1 factorial, x2 factorial, x3 factorial into p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2, p3 to the power x3. Okay, you just expand this one by using binomial theorem. You just expand. I done this one. So here you can see, first you consider this one and this plus this. First you draw write down the binomial theorem, that 3c 0 p1 to the power 0, this one term, p2 plus p3 to the power 3, 3c1 p1 p1 to the power 1, p2 plus p3 to the power 3. You just check it out. Okay, slowly I'm showing you. You just check it out. I'm not going to be read anymore. You can see at last what we are going to get. You just see like that. You can pause and you can see, you can check. Okay, so here how many? 1 2 3 4. This term is going to multiply 4 terms, this term is going to multiply with 3 terms, this term is going to multiply 2 terms, this term is this term. So at last we found this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 terms. Okay, any one of the term you just keep and check. Suppose you are going to be consider, suppose we have to consider this term, that is your 3c1 2c0 into 2c0 p1 to the power 1 and p2 to the power 0 and p3 to the power 3. Then if I am going to be further solve it, this will 3 factorial by 1 factorial into 2 factorial into 2 factorial by 0 factorial into 2 factorial into p1 to the power 1, p2 to the power 0, p3 to the power 2. So this will nothing but 2 factorial by 1 factorial into 0 factorial into 2 factorial, that is your into p1 to the power 1, p2 to the power 0, 0 factorial 0 and p3 to the power 2. Okay, this is also given the same type of term. Okay, so this is nothing but your, in general we can write n factorial. Here you can add 1 plus 0 plus 2 is how much? 3. 1 plus 0 plus 2 is also 3. So in general, what, any term you can check, whenever you are going to be add the this x1 x2 x3, it will give you the 3. Okay, likewise in general we can easily write that so p1 plus p2 plus p3 plus so on pk to the power n is nothing but your how much your x equal to 0 to 3. That means x equal to 0 to n factorial by x1 factorial into x2 factorial up to xk factorial into p1 to the power x1, p2 to the power x2, so on, pk to the power xk. So this much, whatever in your note, this one is the same with this one, can be written as this: p1 plus p2 plus p3 up to pk equal to 1. And we know that in case of your binomial or multinomial distribution, p1 plus p2 plus p3 up to pk, the value is 1. So 1 to the power 1 is your 1. So hence it has been proved that the PMF whatever we have been derived for your multinomial distribution, it is true. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. In our next class we are going to discuss about the moments and moment generating function of multinomial distribution and few numericals. Here one numerical we have been discussed, that red, blue and green ball. Similar type of question numericals we are going to discuss in our next class, and also this one. So thank you so much for watching this video. I suggest that you have to write down this note, and whatever I discussed with the help of the examples, you can write somewhere in your note for your further understanding purposes. Okay, for exam point of view, this much note is enough. Okay, so and here I suggest that you have to write in the format of E1, E2, EK, like that. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you.